look at that. Our we have more admin power now.
Huzzah! People.
Yay! And that poor worker is now an administrator.
Oh.
But that's fine because 10% plus happiness over on the hedge, where everyone's like super happy.
Your bureaucrats are high.
Yep. Yeah, but they're high. They're just being extra nice to people. Hello and welcome. It's everyone's favorite day of the week, which of course is Monday, because that's when we play Stellaris here in the office. I have a new guest with me today from the Stellaris dev team. Who are you and what do you do?
I'm Stephen Murray. I'm senior game designer on Stellaris.
So far, we managed to colonize our first planet. We've also found another habitable planet here.
Oh, looks good.
And we have two things that are pinging here, which is related to the questline for the True Path.
The cult.
Exactly. So, first things first, we're sending some science ships around to do some science. And I'll just unpause this, and we'll see what happens.
Okay, what's her construction ship up to in UV light there?
Let's find out. Oh, I think it's probably building something. Possibly. I don't know. Actually.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah. I think we're probably building this.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well, that's.
Cultists.
Let's
to the battle stations.
go find them. Shockingly, they were in the place where we thought they'd be. So let's have a quick look at it.
303.
Yeah, we don't have that.
Nope.
So
I think that's their system now.
yeah, well, you know what? We'll leave that.
They also have a cruiser.
They do have a cruiser.
That's actually okay because the corvettes that you have are pretty good against some of the bigger ships.
Mm-hmm. No,
But I think we'll need a little bit more of a military before we come back in there.
Yeah. So now, I remember when I started playing Stellaris, a lot of it was like, oh, I can just look at things and figure things out. But we don't necessarily know too much about these guys, rather than just there's a corvette, there's a battleship, and that's about it. We don't necessarily know what they're other than general military power that we can see, right? So let's just leave them alone for now and hope that they stay there.
I won't tell anyone about them if you don't.
Okay. And I instantly went to our own shipyard queue. Is there any point in building more corvettes right now?
There's a couple other things that I would rather focus on first.
Okay.
So let's go back out. Now there's that nice little planet that you just found up there in Etzeron. Etzeron?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay.
Etzeron
2.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get this because it's got a good planetary modifier there. What is that?
The
circle. High quality minerals.
But we don't care about minerals.
That's true. We don't really care about minerals.
Which is a
bummer.
Yeah.
So let's pave this planet.
Yes. Let's.
Oh wait, we're agreeing ideal.
Well, we can just
We'll pave it in plants.
In manure, all over it, like really thick, like clay-like manure.
As it was meant to be.
So you're saying more colony ships?
Yes, but let's bring the construction ship over there and colonize it.
Oh yeah.
Or build the shipyard, not the shipyard, the station.
Yes.
And then I'll show you a trick to colonizing that's a little less painful.
Well.
Oh no, we're out of influence.
I mean, it seems very likely that we're gonna get it by the time we get there, though. We're lacking 14.
5 months.
So we're just gonna go over here.
Oh, okay. So that colony ship was originally going to build a thing in Wua, but now that you canceled it, you got the influence back. So now you can build the station in Etzeron.
Oh yeah,
Hooray!
We wanted This is the problem with playing once a week. We wanted Wua here because it has some rare crystals and trade value. But excellent.
Yeah, we'll build this one, and this is good anyway because now you've built a choke. Or expanding and claiming things is pretty good because generally the AIs will only skip one system when they're sort of creating border war. Ooh, first contact.
Yes, we did send our envoy. Let's see what's happened. We're picked. Oh no, this is right. This is this is not this. This is not this. This is another one. Right. I didn't read the title. We picked up some readings of unknown nature. The signals seem to follow some kind of repeating syntax, which could indicate sapient origin. It should be investigated further. They seem to be concentrated on a single space station, though it's unclear whether this forms part of a larger spacefaring civilization.
Exciting.
Well, oh no, this is this? No.
Yeah, it is them.
It is them.
Because
okay,
this is an enclave.
Yes, exactly. I got confused for a second there. I thought we found something other than these, and I was like, oh no, we already. So we're past stage 2, which is when we found them the first time around. We put the envoy there, and now, you know,
we don't know too much about them. But soon.
Yeah, we don't know too much about them, but we've looked at them, and also we know that there's a station there. So if you played a bit of Stellaris, you know that this is an enclave, which is not like a proper other civilization or anything like that. They're just gonna hang out, and we'll probably be nice to them. I mean, we're nice to everyone.
Of course.
Unless they mess with us, in which case we're not.
We have 5,000 energy credits. Go over to your capital and clear those blockers that you have there.
Yep. Let's go do that.
Because you have plenty of energy, and this will increase the overall size of your planet, which will increase your pop growth. And
so what would you consider be like early on? Because I asked this last time as well. Like, which of these resources do we have too much of? And which ones are like, oh, but this is probably right, because at some point we're going to have to spend like a lot of whatever resources, right? I feel like when it comes to the alloys, we're doing well at the moment, but that's because we're not necessarily building too many things at the same time. And if there were to, you know, show up a bunch of ships, we'd kind of be screwed because we can't really support building too many corvettes or anything like that.
So there's no such thing as enough alloys or research in general.
Yeah.
So one of the things we can do, if right now you have no free jobs on this planet, you may want to build another research lab or another industrial district. But let's go with the research lab because, of course, now it's going to be behind all the clear the wastelands and stuff. So you may want to actually pop that up one in the queue.
Yeah, in the build queue.
Interestingly, since you're a pacifist, you're actually somewhat encouraged to expand as quickly as possible because it'll be a lot harder for you to collect those systems later.
Construction complete.
There we go.
Huzzah! Now, click on that green planet. Now, there's a colonize button in the top right, which if you click that, will let you go straight to the,
it's the quicker
what do you want?
It's the quicker version of this.
And if you click on that Radishian, and let's rename this colony to something planty.
Yeah,
the park behind the hedge.
Perfect. Well, we got the garden of the hedge, and then we have the park behind it.
So now the starbase your shipyard will create the colony ship, and it'll actually send it out as soon as it's done.
Yeah.
So this will save you a little bit of micromanagement.
Which is a lot nicer, just generally. We have a free construction ship. Now, when I played this a lot, I was more of a, I'm going to have 2 construction ships and 2 science ships, and they're going to fly all around. Clearly, we're running 1 construction ship and 4 science ships, which at this point seems to be a much better use of my resources.
You may at some point want a 2nd construction ship just to backfill all of those.
Sure, I mean, because there's a lot of like, I'm thinking we need some more research at this point, because we can afford it essentially. Research station, please.
Yes, and if you're holding down Shift, you can.
Oh right, I have to put a starbase here. What do you think about putting a starbase here right now? For just 3 physics.
I would leave it for now.
Yeah,
I would expand. The next starbase I would probably build is up there in the Ebukrasoi.
Yeah.
Because it continues your sort of claiming of territory and blocking off of other empires.
And do you, at this point, do you want to, you know, let's just grab all of the starbases we can? Since we're at, just resource-wise, we're like, okay, I can get myself 1 more outpost at this point.
Do you want the advanced
I do want
suggestion here?
Yeah.
Can you mouse over your Unity and tell me how, or click on Unity?
Let's see.
Yeah, click on that one. How long is it until our next thing? 1 month. Okay, so I would reach for the stars before building any more stations.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So you can actually send that ship over to Abrukrosoy. It's up in whatever.
Well, do you want to do that straight away?
Yeah, just send it there. Move here, and then unpause. And in 6 days, go get that other. Bing.
Bong. Let's get the reach for the stars.
Yep.
Start.
Reach for the.
I can't talk properly today, apparently.
And now you can build that starbase.
Now we. Oh, I don't like doing it this way.
Yeah, I like doing it from the galaxy map. Because now it's only 56 influence.
Delicious.
I usually pick that one up before the pop growth one.
Yeah.
Which was one of the ones I was shaking my fist at the screen when I was.
Well, and that's also kind of like, that's part of my reason to have different people in the dev team on, so you can kind of disagree on stream.
And then we get to yell at each other.
Yes, exactly. It's very important for me. Beta aliens. As we began to pick up more and more visual images from the aliens known as the beta aliens, it was inevitable that they would eventually be leaked to the wider public. Their appearance has proven delightful to the question mark public, who are now impatient to make closer acquaintances with these aliens.
And so we shall. Your people are so wholesome.
Yes, they are.
Look at that.
What? That's not what the shadow looked like.
That's delightful. All those eyes blinking together.
I mean, so what are these things here? Because we haven't actually, I don't think we necessarily talked about this last time we actually discovered this, because we just put an envoy down. What's actually going on here? Because we're not done yet, right? This is
almost done.
Yeah, we know what they look like, but we still have another timer. And what's the the breakthrough chance here? Is that different depending on what type of alien you encounter, or?
So this thing that we just got, where their appearances are delightful, that was a random event that happened during our first contact system.
Okay.
Every 50 or 60 days or something like that, there's a timer up there in the corner.
Yeah.
50 days. A dice roll to see how the contact is advancing. The difficulty there, if you mouse over it, is 5. 5 is normal.
Okay.
Okay. Skill bonus. This is a bonus that you get based on how good your empire is at code breaking, as well as how many successful first contacts you've made before. This gives you bonuses to that die roll. And then insights are, if you're rolling well, you get bonuses to further die rolls. So now if we mouse over that 10%, that's up there on the breakthrough chance. So there's a 10% chance that we will finish this this stage entirely and actually make contact with them, because we're on the last stage of the first contact. If we don't, there's a 90% chance of instead getting insights, which will help us advance towards that breakthrough.
Okay, and then we...
And eventually it ticks over and you like it. And they're making it easy for us because they're receptive.
Yeah, that's very nice of them.
Let's get to know them better. Orange Pod, go forth.
Is there ever any point, if I have an envoy available, is there ever any point in not using them?
Generally, you'll want to make first contact. The empire that makes first contact with the other one gets an influence boost, which is super useful, especially in the early game, and also gets a bunch of intel on the enemy or on our new friends.
So here's the thing you were talking about earlier, right? Like currently we have no breakthrough chance, so we have to go through one of these stages, and hopefully
we will guaranteed fail the first several, but hopefully we'll gather enough insights to give us bonuses.
Communication established. After successfully translating their language, we have established communication with an independent space station of the Curator Order.
Our best friends.
Let's see if they want to talk.
Empire is reaching out to us.
We have finished the first contact procedure. Greetings, Star Travelers. We are the Curators. Our ancient order was established eons ago by the various galactic powers in ascendancy at the time. We are dedicated towards the preservation of all knowledge in an effort to safeguard the galaxy from descending into yet another dark age of mass extinction and barbarism. We failed. Womp womp. Few of us remain today, but we are no less committed to our sacred mission than our predecessors were. We're willing to share some of our knowledge with you for a price. Well met.
Okay, now let's go talk to them in the.
Okay, so are we done in this?
Yep. Communications have been established. You can close that, and it's gone.
How can we assist you? Let's see. We want aid in our research generally, right?
Oh yes.
We are to offer you limited access to our extensive data bank for a period of 10 standard years. This should provide a significant boost to research effort in your planet-side research labs. Oh, so it's just the planet-side research labs. It's not like an overall thing?
I think that it's actually just a 10% bonus to... If you mouse over the "We would like to purchase this service," it'll tell you what it actually is. Yeah, it's 10% research.
Oh, okay. Wait, this is only 10,000...
or 1,000 credits for 10 years. Done. As your empire grows and becomes bigger, they'll charge you more and more.
Okay. I was like, that's
their minimum price.
I mean, yeah.
But worth it.
Yeah, whenever you see a 10% like research modifier, I'm like, yes, please, always.
It also increases their opinion of us, which will also be increased because we control the system that their station is in. And eventually you'll be able to hire their...
It's time.
You'll be able to hire some of their scientists who are better than yours.
Yes. No,
3 versus 5.
Fight. I mean, the curators are probably, like, enclave-wise, I like them a lot more than the culture ones, because they're like, do you want to buy an art? And you're like, heck yeah, give me an art.
Can we steal your things?
And then you're like, yeah, cool. And we're at their face.
Hooray!
Excellent.
Now, if you click the return up at the top, yeah, there. Now they'll go all the way home. And you can grab that ship and have it go inspect this debris.
Yep. Research that project and then survey that system, please.
You did it without me having to tell you. Good.
I mean, I'm slow. I'm not always that slow. Now we do know that this was stronger. We can't get to that yet. We do have the resources to buy more corvettes at the moment.
Let's take a look at your ship designs, because who knows what these things are.
They're probably...
It's down a few.
Yeah. There we go. Ship designer.
Click on your corvettes and... Okay, that could be worse. Click on the auto-generate designs checkbox on the bottom left. Other side.
Oh, yep.
Because we don't want auto-generate designs. Now, you've got a choice of what you want to do. You can use the interceptor, which uses 3 different, guns, or you can use a missile boat.
Now, I think we have some... Did we... Hang on, let me... Where's our research at?
It's down a few more.
Everything's down a bit.
Yeah, we have a lot of buttons.
Yeah, because we are researching basic strikecraft, because we're like, I remember these being not great, and now I'm told they're okay. So I was like...
They're actually quite fantastic at defense.
In that case, this is probably what we would be building towards. So I want to have some basic strikecrafts.
So the strike craft are great on your star bases, but the smallest craft that can actually carry them are cruisers.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter in this instance.
They're part of the overall rock, paper, scissors sort of thing of strike craft, destroy corvettes. Corvettes, destroy giant ships with huge guns. And ships with huge guns destroy carriers.
Yeah. So, these are the ones we can choose from.
So, with corvettes, very often I would use the missile boat and try to get torpedo tech and things along those lines, because they're kind of expendable and they hit hard.
Yeah.
They also bypass shields, which is kind of nice on them. If you're doing a corvette swarm sort of strategy, you're going to lose a lot of ships in big fights, but,
But let's do it.
And now you can just hit autocomplete ship over on the right-hand side, because you don't actually have any tech that matters. And hit save.
I do want to overwrite the current design.
Yep.
Now, are we going to upgrade? Are these things going to upgrade to this new thing, or are they just going to...
Right now, they'll just have that little marker on them saying, you can upgrade us.
Yeah, right.
So now if you select that military fleet, there's a button that will be like, upgrade me. And it'll fly over to the nearest starbase, shipyard. And it'll upgrade for 57 alloys.
Oh, speaking of alloys, we actually... First of all, our colony ship is out and about, which is pretty great.
And you didn't have to do anything about it.
No, it's very nice. And we are actually... We're starting to
What did we just learn?
What did we just learn?
No. We got some progress on specialized combat computers, physics, and engineering. Neat. Ooh, another strategic resource. Ooh, a rare one.
During the survey of Fullingar 2B, the ISS Pithy discovered a previously unknown strategic resource dubbed Straw. I'm sure that's how that's pronounced. It's an extremely rare aerosol of exotic particles, very unlike the ones on the Hedge, of course, that appears to have been deposited here through a meteor impact, but its true origin is a mystery. If ingested by psionically gifted individuals, this aerosol could act as a very potent and potentially addictive drug that enhances psi abilities. While we do not yet possess the means to extract this resource, we should seriously consider establishing control over the system for future expansion. And this was...
Well, that sounds nice.
This was over here. Okay, I mean, that's going to be within our system soon enough.
You're unlikely to end up going... Psionic Ascension, because I think you're... Were you a materialist? No. You're phonetic egalitarian and pacifist. Okay, then maybe you will.
Yeah, I mean...
Perhaps there will be visions that people see upon...
I mean, outside of the ones of people singing towards in mathematical songs from outside of the universe, I'm sure of it. I should also unpause. Oh, and look at that. Our we have more admin power now.
Huzzah! People.
Yay! And that poor worker is now an administrator.
Oh.
But that's fine, because 10% plus happiness over on the Hedge, where everyone's like super happy.
Your bureaucrats are high.
Yep. Yeah, but they're high. They're just being extra nice to people. Right. So we have an election.
And we were unable to build that starbase that you wanted because I had you spend all of your alloys on military ships.
Let's see, how far away are we actually from? Oh, lacking 20. Okay,
yeah.
Well, I mean...
It'll get it next month.
Yeah.
So just have it move there.
Yeah.
And by the time it gets there, you'll have enough.
Move. Let's... Oh, well, we don't need to care about that. But we... Do we care about this, I guess, is the question.
I don't, not in the slightest. Someone will take over.
Yeah,
it will be annoying.
Like we can spend influence here, but we'd much rather spend our influences building star bases and stuff at this point, right? So
precisely.
So I find that early on, like the most annoying thing that could happen here is if we have a really good researcher and they're like, nope, I'm the ruler now. Go find another researcher. I'm like, but you have a bunch of bonuses. So
some of the ruler traits are actually really good too, but we don't have the influence to spare to, force the elections.
Yeah.
Good. Can you go over to your situation log? It's the second one down from there. Okay, what is our urbanizer? Okay, you're an urbanizer. We're agrarian ideals. Okay,
yes.
So Prime Bud Lavender with Fruit was elected on a platform of expanding ? Urban centers by constructing at least 2 additional city districts because they're terrible people.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so that would normally give us 6 months of unity, except we didn't do it, and
we didn't. I don't think we cared one bit.
It's not that big a deal anyway. I mean, that would be an inconsequential amount of unity for you. The democratic mandates are not in a place that I like them very much. They need to be more impactful.
Yeah, I mean, I will nod in agreement, but I mean, I've always found when I've been playing this previously that in some playthroughs they kind of matter, but it tends to be more where you have where you're like, well, I have a dictator or a god king or something, where it's like we can build I can build the story around this character, but when you're democratic and they change every 10 years, it tends to be like, just don't be someone that I have use for in other places, please. A new ruler has been elected. Prime Bud Aquamarine Root will be the new ruler until the next election. Okay.
Who were they?
Yeah.
They were one of your scientists.
Yep.
What do they want?
Orbital research.
Orbital research minute. That's good because that means they want you to build orbital research facilities, which you want to do anyway.
Yeah.
So at some point in the next 10 years, you'll get a random influx of unity. And
this is generally fine, except for the fact that
now up at the top in the notifications, you can just click on that one.
Right.
And look, we're missing a scientist, so recruit no one. Oh, I didn't see which one
No,
they
let's actually go back.
So yeah, actually go over to the technology. Okay,
so
we need a physicist.
Yeah, and I think we actually
there is a physicist.
Yeah, so
it's the wrong specialty, but meh.
The other one is, well, we don't want that, and we don't want that anyways. So this one's the one that makes the most sense, regardless of the specialization.
It is twice the age of all the other ones, but
yeah. But I mean, he'll. Hopefully, we get the good one back in 10 years' time. And we can put him on a ship and not have to worry about it. Steven, thank you so much for telling me how to properly play this game.
I didn't even lead you to Astray.
No, I mean, I wouldn't know if you did at this point. So, you know, we'll see in a few weeks' time. We will be back next week. We'll see who's on. It might be someone that has already been on stream, or we'll force someone else from the Stellaris dev team to join me and explain all the things A, I'm doing wrong, and B, all the bad advice the previous guests have given me.